the second person that could not access the file before, that's your second user you created, try and log in as that person now. Now you see the person should be able to access the file now. Okay, I'll wait for you to do this. Just give me 2 minutes. Let me ease myself. And you can see here now, I don't have David. So, Mr. Michael, if you have done this and you have changed your user, your dashboard automatically should come back. If your dashboard was not showing before, you should then see your dashboard now. So I'll come back to workflow. I'll come back to workflow, and I can then continue my client acceptance and continuous. Come here, let's proceed with what? With document 405. We're working on document 405 before. Let's now go back to your dashboard and go and open document 405. Now, if I continue with document 405, anything I do on that document now will carry the initial of what? Of David, not Love Emmanuel. Okay, so while I wait for this to come on, let me just give me 2 minutes. Let me just quickly ease myself. Okay. Okay, so I said we should open our case view now. Have you opened the case view, the document 405? Have you opened document 405? So good. So let's continue now. I've signed off on this. So Caseware then asks you, would continue with this firm continuance. Okay, thank you. Firm continuance policy. We'll continue with this client engagement, contravene any of the firm policy. So of course, you also come here and respond to this. Okay? Whatever thing you want to write, you just come here and respond to this. Now I respond to this and I check and I sign off. If I sign off now, look at this initial. You could see the person that signed off here is different from the person that signed off here. Altogether. Because, and this is possible because in an audit environment, it's not only one person that will be working on the same engagement. You have 2, 3 persons working on the same engagement. And that's the reason if you have multiple licenses, you have more than one licenses, you guys can be working on the same engagement or different persons will be working on different files. Someone can come in and complete it, someone will then come in and review it. So your objective now is you come here, Caseware will ask you a certain question, you respond to it, you sign off, and this icon is now what? Reference. I'll talk about the reference shortly now. You come here to what? To reference. Good. Let's move on. Engagement risk factor. Under engagement risk factor, do risks exist that will impact engagement continuance? So I'm not complete all the question. You look at it, respond, sign off, and you reference when necessary. Again, Caseware then said engagement condition. So you could then see here which this procedure have been deleted. Why was this procedure deleted? Because in the optimizer checklist, we said that this is a continuance of our audit engagement. We say yes. So Caseware said you don't need this particular procedure if it's not a new engagement. And what does the procedure says? If the engagement is to be accepted, as an engagement letter signed by management or those charged with governance as appropriate being obtained prior to the commencement of the engagement. So you know that engagement letter needs to be collected, okay? But Caseware now said that if it's a new engagement, you must collect signed engagement letter prior to the commencement of an engagement. But if it's not a new engagement, that means you don't necessarily need to collect your signed engagement letter prior to the commencement of the engagement because you might then do that based on relationship. Okay, so Caseware says you don't need this. But if Caseware have deleted certain procedures and you want to restore the procedure, what do? You right click on it and then click on what? Restore sub procedure. Then turn back to black. Are we good? Now, so for us, like this history also have been deleted, and I'm able to see those deleted procedure because procedure, review deleted procedure here is checked. Ademi is not checked, I will not see this. Are we good? Now, let's move on. Management integrity, fantastic. You respond to all of these questions and like the one that you don't respond to and like. So literally, this is what you're going to do. You complete all these procedures here, and you respond to all of them. You respond, you sign off on each of the procedure, and then what? Reference. Don't forget that this is a file based on tailor per engagement. And even this file was based on one form plus, we will not have this document. You have a summarized section where you just complete all the things you need to look out for before you accept a new engagement or continue an existing engagement. Okay, but here, Caseware then says you need to consider certain risk and certain things before you accept a new engagement. Now, once you are done, at the conclusion here, scroll down to the conclusion, you then have, based on the information risk, the engagement is assessed as what? Is it low risk, moderate risk, high risk, or no accept? You can say what is a low risk. Now, if parameter you want to give us more story or more details, you can then come here, right click on it, edit conclusion, and then turn everything to black, green, and then give us what? More story about the engagement. Now I'm done. I'll check this conclusion. I will together. What is important is you put in Joseph, raise up your hand, or mute yourself. You then put in the name of your partner, the name of the engagement partner. Joseph, please submit
hello,
yourself.
sir. Yes, sir. I'm Joseph from James Samte and Co.
Okay.
Yes. Like when you we got to the question when it says has engagement like a new engagement, has engagement letter been signed? Now, per the reference, are we supposed to attach the
engagement letter?
The hard, yes.
Good.
The hard copy of an engagement letter. Do we scan and attach, or just leave it like that?
So, no, of course. That's the purpose of the reference letter. So that's the next thing I'm going to. That's the next thing I'm actually going to. That the document that is necessary for you to reference here is actually your engagement letter. The document that is necessary for you to actually reference here is your engagement letter. Okay? So that means you must first bring the engagement letter into the document manager and then come here and go and reference it. All together. But we're going to look at that together now. Good. AO said, I just want to confirm, is it possible for different users to work on the software simultaneously without having it installed in the cloud? Now, let me explain your question and explain a principle. Cloud is a server. The tool that enables you to synchronize is actually what, or to collaborate between 2 or 3 members is actually SmartSync. So if you have Caseware Cloud, for example, this Caseware Cloud will be integrated with your Caseware working paper such that once you create any file on your system, you publish to the cloud. Your team members also have access to your own cloud domain. They can go to your cloud, which is the server, and create a sync copy so that both of you can then work online real time anywhere in the world. That's the objective of cloud. That's the purpose of Caseware Cloud. However, if you don't have Caseware Cloud, can 2 or 3 persons still work on the same engagement file? Yes. How? Now, 2 or 3 persons can still work on the same engagement file. That means you must then have a local server in your office, such that one person will create the file. Are we together? The person will then cut, not copy, cut the file to the server via your network. Okay? The other person also will then look into the file. The other person will then look into the server rather and create a sync copy. The person that cuts the file to the server also will go into the server and create a synchronized copy. That means what happens is the chat copy on their individual system, individual PC, is linked to each other via the copy on the cloud. Via the copy on the server rather. Now the limitation of that is this: before any changes can synchronize to each other, both of them must be